What's going on, guys? Quick market update so far. Just looking at the price action moves that we have going on, right? We see that dollar continuously gaining strength. This is ideally like seeing equities pushing lower, like to definitely confirm this as a risk off market. But looking at gold pushing lower from those highs as well, breaking structure. So good job. This is not the first time gold has done this, right? Where the markets is completely risk off. Like we look at the currency monitor, we can see AUD, NCD, CAD did push lower, strengthen the dollar, the Swiss, dollar, Swiss, and the yen. Stock markets are lower for the day, so it is a risk off market. The question is, oh, how come gold is not rising, right? There's nothing geopolitical wise that we could pinpoint. We know that the stock market today has a lot of, we've seen a lot of downside regarding to the stock market issues today. We got some comments also coming in. I believe it was Goldman Sachs, right? Yeah, right here. Citi expect cooler September. They're expecting inflation to rise, which is another reason for a stronger dollar, weaker equities, right? But this is nothing new. We was hearing this the whole time from Fed speakers, like they're expecting higher inflation, right? So not being able to see the data does contradict that as well. But this is the direction. Now, I just want to talk about how we could, how you guys could have entered from it, because the price action, like for Nasdaq, very simple. We got that break of structure, and then we just see prices pushing lower, right? Along with the VIX spiking up, that S&P US 30, you just see the similar price action as it's just breaking below key areas of interest, right? Sorry. So as we start breaking that area, it kind of gives you that confidence to want to enter within that direction. Seeing how dollar broke above resistance and started spiking higher, you get the similar areas of Euro USD breaking that resistance, GU breaking that area. And what that did is also cause gold to break below that key area, right? So we saw gold get that break, and then we actually hit this area of support, which is a good area to start taking profit, because now it's, to me, it's still 50-50 when it comes to gold at this moment, because what I would look for moving forward when it comes to gold, right? I just leave the box here. So I would draw this other area of support, right? Because now, for instance, if gold right now recovers, it goes back above 40-30, then it's going to be a higher probability we can at least hit that 40-50 area. I think that would probably be the recovery most of you are probably looking for. But if gold continues to break below 4,000, then we're probably going to see an even deeper retracement back into 3,900 range. Okay, so I would say focus on that moving forward. When we looking at headlines, I'm just going to put this here so we could read through it together. So far, we I saw there was something between EU and tech, right? That they're becoming a powerhouse when it comes to AI. But we got optimism from Putin talking about ending the war. Obviously, it's between Israel and Gaza. Has nothing to do with them and not them and not Russia and Ukraine, right? Interesting. We talked about the Japan headlines over the live call, but the war is moving in positive territory, right? It's looking more positive when it comes to the actual war. So, pretty interesting to see how this continues to play out. But seeing a complete risk off market today kind of is a head scratcher, right? So, I would it be kind of interesting moves today. Like that's the like a hawkish reaction makes sense. You get what I'm saying, guys? But when it comes to a risk off market, that's where the head scratcher comes in place. So, like, I don't want to question it. At least you guys, if you're looking for opportunities with gold, you know what to pay attention to. Dollar already took off, but still, I like the idea of weaker dollar afterwards, right? Because now the only way we could see dollar continue to push higher is if we get continue, like we already got the confirms from a bank, but it would have been great to hear this from Jerome Powell. Because if dollar starts hitting these key areas, right, like around 100 flat, or if we could dig a little deeper to 101, that's probably going to be some key areas where we can start looking for reversals because, to tell you the truth, right, the Feds is still dovish. So overall, it's still dovish. Even if we get this temporary spike of inflation, still cool, right? You can still take advantage of stronger dollar, but the bigger picture is looking for better sell opportunities long term because growth is still declining slowly but gradually. We're still also seeing a decline in labor data, right? Even though we got the pause, still slowly declining, which is great. If we see these moves actually happen, I think that's the best odds. Okay, guys. So what I'm gonna do later for you guys in the private group is, yeah, like we're gonna talk about key levels, right? Just like what I did last time. We're gonna talk about key levels for the dollar so we can start actually looking for those swing trade opportunities. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do in a private group so that we could start actually looking for those possibilities of swing trades, especially when it comes to equities. I think equities should give us another leg lower, but at least with dollar pairs, we should start getting prepared, right? Because dollar is giving us the pullback that we want, where we can start looking for the opportunity. We should start looking for better opportunities. Okay, so I just want us to get prepped for it, so we could have those key areas marked off, and then we could start looking at it from a macro perspective. All right, guys. But so far, a quick market update. At the moment, the war, positive note. When it comes to the Federal Reserve today, nothing about monetary policy has impacted the markets, but we need to see if we could get anything from the government shutdown to end. If that comes into place, then we're going to focus on economic data. Till then, focus on geopolitical tension headlines. And pretty much that's really it, guys. Focus on your technicals, watch gold. Let's see what happens with price action with that. And just trade safely,